They have a strong defense every year, and they're going to come and they're going to try to hit their guys up front that are very fast and just try to get past. We have a lot of changes, so I think they're going to be, once they see those changes, a good coach is going to make some adjustments and try to get through there.
You mentioned some of their big scorers. Well, they happen to have a pretty good 1-2 punch, and Andre DeFreitas and then Sebastian Gillian combined. They have 32 goals, and when you have that kind of 1-2 punch, I would imagine you want to make sure you let the Hounds run.
Definitely. Typically, one guy is that lead dog, and he's ready to go, and we're going to find out who that is tonight. And, Plymouth has kind of the same thing, and, everybody looks at Sullivan, but then you get to Jose Rosas, and he's got a lot of goals too. So, it could be a very similar situation.
Well, and if you're the Rockies, because of the changes and you're resembling a mash unit in its own right, you're minus now your leading scorer in this game. Really, it's about those who are filling in needing to step up.
Definitely. And then the nice thing as I look over the Plymouth roster is all of these guys, except for maybe one, has started games this year. So, it's not like we're playing guys who are way down the bench. We've got a couple injuries, but we've got guys who have a lot of experience and a lot of game time, and they'll be ready to go.
Fernando Pacheco is going to be one of my bigger keys, though, tonight. Here's a young man right now playing great soccer between the pipes for the Rockies, but he's going to get tested tonight, especially with an aggressive forward group that Northwood's got this year, and again with that 1-2 punch with DeFreitas and Sebastian. Talk a little bit about tonight. We've seen him be aggressive, but we also see him be so intelligent between the pipes and picking his chance to come out and cut angles against really good scores. It's almost got to happen the exact same tonight.
Definitely, and a lot of scoring is taking a shot when it's unexpected. So, Fernando is able to get to the ball when he knows the shot's coming. It's, when you have a scorer who scores a lot of goals, they're the ones that look for those opportunities to just poke the ball through instead of a big windup. So we're going to see if he can recognize that and get it done.
All right, that's Nathan Hunt. I'm Tony Ross, and that is our Keys to the Game brought to you by our good friends at A&M Home Services. From roofs to basements, we've got you covered. When we return, we'll get you ready for the starting lineups presented by Coca-Cola after this timeout.
It just doesn't sound like summer without a Coke. Now that would start. Maybe some sprinklers. Let's keep it cool. All right, batter up. Ooh, how about a summer blockbuster? That's what I'm talking about. The sound of summer. Enjoy summer. Enjoy Coca-Cola.
And nothing makes summer taste sunnier than an ice-cold Coca-Cola paired with your favorite food and favorite people. So whether it's Taco Tuesday or you're grilling burgers, summer's not summer without Coca-Cola and your favorite foods. Enjoyed together. Coca-Cola. Together. Tastes better.
Time now for the Coca-Cola Bottling of Plymouth starting lineups. Your favorite food and a Coke together taste better. Well, for the 8th-ranked Northwood Panthers coming in with a record of 8 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties. They are currently 2-1-3 in the NLC. Their starting lineups will look like this. Andrew Graber is going to get the nod. He is a senior keeper that has played over 1,000 minutes this season. Comes in with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. Opponents have fired 44 shots right in on him, and has been able to. He's only given up 13 goals this season, so he's made 60 saves in the process. On top of everything, so again, this kid is really good between the pipes, and his goals against is at 1.02. Now, the forwards look like this. Andres DeFreitas, he's the leading scorer for this Northwood team. DeFreitas, 17 on the season. He's got 12 assists. Right next to him is his, it's almost like a Batman and Robin scenario here with Sebastian Guillen, also a senior. He has more shots than Andre does, but has 2 less goals at 15. Joey Eshelman is going to be the midfielder. And, again, it's 2 forwards, 4 mids, and 4 defenders for Coach Brad Dirksen tonight. So Joey Eshelman, the junior, will be getting a start. Chandler Bontrager, a senior who has 1 goal and 3 assists. Kate Newcomer has 6 goals and 8 assists. And the final midfielder will be Alex Escamilla, a young sophomore with 1 goal and a couple assists. And the 4 backs are going to be Chase Dirksen, along with Marshall Beebe, and then Nick Littleiner as the defenseman. So, again, you're also going to get a chance to see Joel Guzman rotate in as well on that defensive side for the Panthers as well. So they're unbeaten in their 6 games coming into tonight. They, as a team, have collectively scored 58 goals and only allowed 18. The Rockies come in unblemished on the season and ranked number 8 in the ICSA standings. And I'm hard-pressed to find any other team playing better than the Rockies, and an eighth ranking just doesn't seem right, but that's just the way it is. Graham Masson getting an opportunity again as head coach. This team is 7-0 at home and 5-0-1 on the road. Let's pause here for a second and enjoy our national anthem, and we'll come back and finish up our Coca-Cola starting lineups. All right, what we will do here is take a break.
Instead, let's go with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
So they're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance instead.
to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, let's play soccer.
All right. Boy, that is some smart adjusting on our public address announcer, Mr. Ken Olson's part. Couldn't get the national anthem to work. That's brilliant. That's why he gets paid the big bucks at Plymouth High School, right there, for that reason only. No. All right, let's get to the Plymouth starting lineup here real quickly. The 3 forwards are going to be Jose Rosas, Ivan Tercios, and a late scratch coming in who wasn't quite sure whether or not he was going to get the start tonight is Adrian Cardona. So he's going to be one of the 3 forwards. And then the midfielders are going to be Junior Aguiar, Alex Baca, and Ariel Matuidi is going to be up at the midfield spot. Ariel Romero is not going to be able to play tonight, and neither will Sylvan Paguada. The defense will look like this: Ethan Hunt, Marco Diaz, Zach Truitt, and Eddie Mendoza. And between the pipes will be Fernando Pacheco, the young sophomore. 7 games played. He's allowed 5 goals and 18 saves, so he's got a save percentage of 80% and a goals against of .658. And again, opponents have taken 16 shots on goal in this young man, and he's been pretty spectacular in all of them. So coming off a big win this past Saturday against Northridge, and we are ready to play soccer here. So the Rockies will maintain or have control here. Diaz, he was another one that wasn't quite sure if he was going to start tonight. He's been having a little bit of a groin issue, and but he's out there, and he's going to be the recipient of a pass that he does well just to keep in that was going along the sideline. Gets a return pass from his teammate Tercius, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds by a Northwood defender. Throw in for Diaz, and it's going to be chipped back over to Matuidi. Matuidi's going to run it to the right side. Nice lead into Rosas. Cuts in with the right footer, and that got blocked out of bounds by Chase Dirksen. The 5'10 sophomore was able to cut through and deflect that potential shot from Rosas. And apparently they said that went off. Offsides. It was offside, Plymouth. All right, I didn't see the far sideline judge there, so my apologies. So it'll be a free kick here for the Panthers, and the goalkeeper, Andrew Graber, will be doing the honors. 8 wins, 2 losses, 3 ties for the Northwood keeper. He's able to boot it out the midfield. Rockies try to get some offense mounted here. And a takedown of Aguiar is going to draw a whistle and a foul on Northwood. So it will be Diaz to take it. Look for Diaz to be a little more aggressive here when you're minus Romero, your midfielder, and Paguada. Watch him step up. He throws one into the box. It's knocked down, and then a shot got away, and it deflects toward the net, and another good block by Dirksen, and Northwood able to escape out. And up the near side, then rubbed off the play was Greenlee, and the whistle sounds, and we got a foul on Plymouth, or on Northwood. So a free kick for the Rockies. Diaz is going to do the honors here as he's going to wind up, send it to the middle part of the box. It got knocked away. Chested down, and Cardonia got a left footer away, and right away Graber makes a sensational stop to his diving right. Boy, that was beautiful save. Boy, Cardonia, I'm just amazed how he got that shot away even. Rockies trying to keep possession, and along the baseline, a lead pass gets deflected back over to the corner. Cardonia tried to lead it in again, but it got deflected out of bounds. So this is going to be a throw in here for the Rockies near the far corner flag. And the two-hander's over, knocked down by Baca, but then taken away by Northwood. They can't clear it. Deflects back to Baca, trying to set up the right foot, but he couldn't get the error in time. Sebastian Gillian is going to clear it out of bounds. So the Rockies will get another throw in here. Down the far sideline, it looks for Aguiar. It got knocked away by Northwood, so that goes out of bounds. Mendoza able to get it back to Matuti, and Matuti couldn't grab it. Cardonia around the neighborhood tried to get it back for the Rockies, could not, and Northwood sends it back out to midfield. Knocked down by Guillen. Guillen tries to get by his man, but a great cutoff there by Rocky defender Baca, and now on the counter. Here we go. This is Cardonia. Sends one on a chip pass that's headed up in the air by Alex Baca, and then he has to go chasing after it, and then his defender Diaz has to help him out, and Diaz will go all the way back to his goalkeeper Pacheco, who comes to the near side. Scoreless affair, 36 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Rockies able to send it out to midfield thanks to Diaz. Ball ping-pongs around, settled by Matuti. And Matuti will go to the left wing side of Mendoza. He tried to send it ahead. Cardonia touches back to Mendoza, doesn't work, but it deflects to Truitt, and he's going to get it back to the midfield area. Northwood intercepts, trying to dance around with it as Bontrager. But his lead falls back to the defense, and sending it up again, this time it's Escamilla. Trying to find the foot of DeFreitas. DeFreitas turning. His long flowing blonde hair is what distinguishes him, and that's going to make my night very easy to let you know who's got the ball for Northwood. Here is the playback out to midfield. And off a bad pass, the Rockies are going to steal it. Aguiar tried to feed it over to Baca, got interrupted. Northwood tries to go the other way, but the Rockies stop the rush. Cardonia now on the run. Cardonia leads it up left wing side to Tercius. Tercius takes that left side, but then he gets cut off. Good defense by Lettleitner, and he forced him out of bounds. Well, nope, he didn't. He was going to stay in bounds, and the Rockies are going to try to set it up here. This is Cardonia now on the left wing side, right in front of the Northwood bench. He's going to send one toward the box. No red jersey there. And all alone for Northwood to corral it is Aiden Greenlee, and the sophomore turns it upfield, but Diaz got in front of it, sends it back into the Northwood box, but no one with a red jersey in the neighborhood, so coming out is Graber, and the keeper scoops it up. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard. And the ball cleared out to the center area circle. Northwood tries to lead it ahead as Bontrager trying to look for DeFreitas, but that one's going to go out of bounds. That went off of Rocky. DeFreitas will throw it in right in front of the Plymouth sideline. Long, high throw into the Rocky box. Deflected loose to Guillen. Guillen takes his man off the ball, and then he's going to work it to the near wing. And on trail, this is Beebe. Sends it into the Plymouth box to the far side. Racing after it is Bontrager. He'll get to it, but then he ends up having it turn out of bounds off him, and the Rockies will end up getting a goal kick. Pacheco will do the honors to get it out. Last year, Northwood beat Plymouth 4-2. Boy, Jerson Sanchez, he was all over the place in that game last year, you may recall. Scored twice for the Panthers. And so did leading scorer of this year, Andre DeFreitas. He had a couple of goals in that win over the Rockies. Northwood was really got an awful lot of their offense from those two in last year's game. Each had 5 shots on net. Graber, he played very well between the pipes. He had a couple of saves in that game also. Play at midfield. Baca's going to settle it in the circle. Find Diaz along the right side of the field. Now he's going to try to cut it to the middle with the right foot. Touched it. And Matuti to the trail. This is Baca. Sends it toward the top of the box. Trying to find Aguiar there. Didn't work, but it comes now to Melendez and Mendoza, rather. Sent it for Rosas to the trail man. Aguiar, who scores! Aguiar just inside the box. Great patience there by the Rockies, and they get on the board early, 1-0.
You know, Tony, I've been noticing that Plymouth normally Selvin would be pushing right in the center of that field, and our guys are stopping about the top of the box tonight, and that's where that shot came from. And it was a center or an offensive midfielder, but he scored from the top of the box as opposed to pushing it right to goal.
This goal comes at the 33-19 mark, and Aguiar scores his third goal of the season, and the Rockies get on the board here early. That was the 281st shot on goal this season by a Rocky player. As play's kind of halting here as DeFreitas has to take off some jewelry. We'll wind up the clock here as soon as he gets lined up and Northwood touches. They'll be trailing it 1-0 once it happens. All right, there's the touch. Northwood has it. Guillen is going to turn and drop it back to his backs on the trail. And Dirkerson has to go all the way back to his keeper, Graber. He's going to right-foot it up the field, taking the right side. And Bontrager couldn't grab it. His teammate Escamilla will. He's got a little space. Will chip it up the right side of the field. Trying to find DeFreitas, who got spun around off the ball. And Truitt tries to win it. Truitt does. Sends it up the left side. Good chest down by Cadonia. He tries to settle it, gets away from one defender, hits his trail man Aguiar, who's just scored for the Rockies. Now to Mendoza. He'll send it up the left side, trying to find Tercios on the run, but the other 21 on the field stole it away from him. Now Cadonia will pick that off, dance around with a soccer ball, send it all the way to the middle. Trailing the play, Matuidi. Matuidi will send it to the right side of the oncoming Diaz. He's a defender that's acting like another midfielder. Diaz, nice little exchange there with Matuidi, sending in Baca right side. Alex goes deep with the centering pass toward the top of the key. It winds up with a shot, and Cadonia places it in the upper left corner for a score.
Again, Tony, that one came right from the top of the box. We got down to the end line right at the edge of the 18, crossed it back to the top, which is a great place because you know that the defense is going to be pushing to the goal, and your trailers are going to be the ones that get a chance to score from there.
Cadonia with his 5th goal this season. And just like that, it is 2-0 Rockies. This comes at the 32-14 mark. Just a little over a minute later. Boy, 2 good assists on 2 really sharp shooting goals. And now here's a lead in for DeFreitas, trying to answer back, right footer on, and Pacheco had the angle, makes the save near the far post. And so the first shot on goal for the Panthers denied. Just past 32, it's just under 32 minutes now left to go, I should say, in this first half, 2-0 Rockies. A win here tonight wins the conference outright for the good guys. Here's a chip pass that's going to be taken away by Eshelman. He'll push it up ahead, and that ends up rolling out of bounds. So a Rocky throw-in right near the midfield stripe. Cadonia will do the honors. Matuidi will knock down the pass, drop it off to Mendoza. He'll send it up the left wing side, and that ball gets knocked down by Lichtleichner out of bounds. Thrown in by Tercius, who now will get over to Aguiar. Tries to feed it to Baca, settles it down. Just out of the reach of the trailman Matuidi, but he's able to get it over to Diaz on the right wing side. Chip pass, left corner. Graber comes out, and the keeper yanks it from the heavens, and he'll tell everybody to get upfield. So with 31 minutes left to go here in this first half, the Rockies have a 2-0 lead. Cadonia on a return, gets it to Baca. Now back to Cadonia, and Cadonia will then lead it to Aguiar. Aguiar chips it through some traffic to the middle. Northwood slowed it down, and it's going to be settled, and it's going to be pushed upfield by the right foot of Greenlee. And now intercepted by the Rockies again. So they are keeping the Panthers in their own end quite a bit here so far in the first 10 minutes of play. Aguiar taking off the ball, and that's going to draw a flag here. And so it'll be a free kick coming up. That's the wrong football, by the way. There's no flag in soccer. But, you know, hey, I'm not a professional soccer announcer. and I never claimed to be one. Here's a lead pass into the box that got deflected to the far wing side. And Northwood able to steal, and they'll send it upfield. The ball got headed out of bounds by Matuidi. So the Panthers will have a throw-in right along their sideline.
You know, Tony, what I noticed tonight is Plymouth's not so reliant on sending that ball right to the center of the field to try to get it to Selvin. They've been working the ball across the middle, lots of short passes, and a lot of the time when you lose such a strategic part of your team, finding those other people and everybody having to play together, it can really help your team.
Well, sure it can, and it's not like this offense is completely mounted around Selvin. It's just that Selvin's so good at getting into open space that you got to find a system that'll work. Ball gets deflected to the near side, and it's Ethan Hunt knocking it out of bounds off a Northwood player. That should be a throw-in for the Rockies, and it will be. Ethan Hunt with a two-handed pass. Oh, it was to his teammate who couldn't handle it, but neither could DeFreitas, as that went off the Northwood noggin out of bounds. So a throw-in here for the Rockies with under 29 minutes left. 2-0, Plymouth with the lead. Baca turning right in front of our broadcast location. Now over to Matuidi. Nice knockdown, keeping Northwood player Caden Newcomer from stealing it. And now the lead pass broken up temporarily by the Panthers. Nice turn and fire upfield by Eshelman, but to the wrong jersey. Diaz splits two defenders, stays on his feet. He's going to feed it in, looking for Rojas on the run, and he got stood up by the defensive Dirksen, and Northwood able to clear it up the near side. This one's going to roll out of bounds, and Ethan Hunt's going to have a throw-in. 2-0 Rockies with the lead. Approaching 28 minutes left to go here in the first half. Matuidi will send it all the way across to Mendoza. Mendoza will feed it looking for Cardonia, but a good step up and steal by Bontrager, forcing play along the far sideline. Recovered again. Mendoza, nice play. Able to give it over to Tercius. Tercius feeds it to the trail man. That is going to be Matuidi. Matuidi trying to figure out a way to fire a shot here. Gets by his man. There it gets a go, and it's going to be Graber with a one-hop save. Well, Matuidi was just destined to make a play there. So Graber will boot it out of harm's way for Northwood, at least to the circle, before the Rockies regain the loose ball again. It'll be Mendoza trying to feed Aguiar. Can he keep it in along the sideline? Does, momentarily, before the ball spins out of bounds. So a throw-in for the Panthers coming up. You mentioned this Rocky team, 282 shots on goal this season. They're averaging about 25 shots on goal a game. That's a remarkable number, especially on a high school level. There's the Rockies. Mendoza having his pass deflect to Tercius. He's on the run, and they let the go out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Plymouth. The ball gets knocked down by Aguiar, and apparently a handball. Offside. They're offside again. All right. Well, that's two offsides that your announcer here has missed, so my apologies. It'll be a... Normally I'm on that one, but I'm so focused on the play. Here's the long lead for the Panthers, and DeFreitas is on the run to try to get it. He turns against Truitt, and Truitt, nice step through, stop the rush by clearing it out of bounds. So DeFreitas will throw it in for the far sideline for the Panthers. He's the team's leading scorer by only 2 goals. Guillen's the other one. The lead into Guillen. Header in the air by him, but easy pick off. Guillen picked that off and sent it toward the middle. Then a header shot. Oh, Pacheco! Like Superman! Leaped in the air and yanked it down. That was for sure going in on the far side of the net. What a save by the sophomore keeper. Panthers keep possession. DeFreitas was able to drop it back to the far side, and Cardonia will watch that go out of bounds and get a throw-in for his Rockies. Aguiar looks to settle it down, gets it over to Mendoza. Mendoza to the middle, and Hunt missed with a pass, and the Panthers send it the other way, and the lead for Newcomer broken up, but the trail play is Greenlee, and the young sophomore try to feed it to Guillen. Now into the possession once again of Greenlee. He tried to get it to the box, but stepping in Diaz, who cleared it out of bounds for the Rockies. So we've got a throw-in coming up. Down to 25 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in this first half. Rockies with the lead. Playing some defense right now as a throw-in by Guillen is going to find its mark in Newcomer. Feeds it through with the right foot. Cleared away by Truitt and then got some help. Baca able to send it further along, forcing Northwood back out to midfield. With it is Escamilla. He's going to try to feed it into the right side for DeFreitas. DeFreitas turns, and he got blocked out of bounds. It looked like that was Truitt who got in the way of that one. And a corner kick coming up here for the Panthers.
You know, Plymouth is gotten a lot more pressure on their defense in the last couple minutes, and it could be telling as far as how this game goes. If Northwood comes back and gets a goal soon, it could, you know, be a very competitive game. If Plymouth can push out and get another goal, you know, we could be looking at a rout.
Here's a clear out by the Rockies to midfield, headed up by Tertius to the near side. No one was there for the red jerseys, and regathered by Northwood. A centering pass that goes off the left foot of Escamilla, missed his mark with the lead, and now the Rockies' turn on offense. Matuidi now to Diaz. Diaz from the right side finds Rosas, looking to turn on his man. Got around, boy, good drag that allowed him to let Baca get through. He centers into the box. It's still loose. Rosas steals it back, tried to chip it toward the net, and it got cleared by the Panthers. But wide open is Mendoza, chipping it over to Cadonia. Cadonia just outside the box. We've got a whistle here, and the official is about ready to give a card to the Northwood bench. And he is now chirping back at the referee. And again, I can't tell from here if that's Coach Dirksen or not, but it is Coach Dirksen. And there comes the yellow card by the official.
You know, Tony, I didn't see anything that looked like a clear and obvious error down there that he'd be so upset about. So,
well, that's not a homer call here. That's just fact, because I didn't see anything either. But you know what? There's a lot of bodies that were in motion, and so you never know really what takes place. But either way, a free kick coming up here. They're going to give it to Northwood, who's going to clear it back all the way to Plymouth Real Estate. So Pacheco will take it, roll it over to the near side, finding Diaz. Gets by newcomer, now to the middle. Matuidi, chip pass, nice knockdown. Rosas, can he save it? Yes, he will, right on the line. Rosas to Matuidi. Now to Diaz, good triangle passing by the Rockies, and, oh, what a keep-in by Baca. Led into Rosas. Rosas saved it again, chipped it to Baca again, and then he tried to feed it, and it goes out of bounds, and a corner kick for the Panthers coming up. Boy, some amazing footwork by Jose Rosas there. 2-0 Rockies. Goals by Aguiar and Cadonia. Again, keep in mind, Romero's not in the lineup. And the Rockies' top scorer in Selvin Paguada not in the lineup tonight as well. Corner kick for the Rockies from the near side. It'll be Diaz to try to send it. There's the line drive, one hopper, and it got kicked out by the Northwood defender. Back to Diaz, who chips one right in front of that. He's got a man over Cadonia, and he finishes for goal number 2 on him.
he's offside.
But again, he was offside. Okay. So the Rockies will not get a goal. That is taken away on an offside. So a tough break there for the Rockies. Beautiful setup, but they were offside on the play. So it'll be a throw-in for Plymouth along the far side. Cladonia tried to get it back, and he does on that inadvertent pass by a Panther. Now Matuidi over to Cardonia dancing around a little bit, trying to create a little space, and he'll chip it to the wrong person. DeFrida slips and falls, gave the ball away. That allows Truitt to step up, lead it ahead for Tercius, but Graber will beat him to the ball, and the keeper will get ready to boot it out. Still 2-0, Rockies with the lead as we approach 20 minutes left to go. We've got a foul called on Plymouth, and that will give the Panthers a free kick just outside the circle on the far side. So DeFreitas will let everybody get set up here. Newcomer, you're looking for Gillian. Gillian makes his run in, but that's intercepted by the Rockies' Ethan Hunt. And the battle for a pair of twos, and it's Aguiar taking down his man, that being Eshelman. That foul goes against the Rockies, and we got about a 20-yarder setting up here for Northwood as they try to get their first goal of the game. It'll be Guillen. Rockies set up a 4-man wall that the official backs him up. So Guillen will look to get things set up here. And now there's the whistle. The boot line, low line shot on Pacheco has to dive to his right again and make the save. That one stayed on the ground, which that makes that sometimes even a tougher save for a netminder. And another good stop by the sophomore. The ball near midfield. A couple players battle for it. Truitt says, forget about this. I'm sending you ahead. As Tercios tries to go after it, but he'll lose the foot race to the ball as Graber, the keeper, comes out again near the top of the box. And once again, he will right-foot it. This one's more high than long, and it bounces its way at center. And it'll be picked up again by Northwood. A chip pass looking for Eshelman. He got taken or knocked, bumped down on the play, and we've got another foul on Plymouth called. But that was a late whistle, but it'll give the Panthers the free kick at the circle at midfield. Clock continued to dwindle down. We're at 19:40 remaining in the first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Paul Hunt Concrete of Plymouth. Wishing Ethan Hunt good luck tonight, starting on defense this evening. Loose ball, midfield. Now to the right side it rolls. Trying to get control is Bontrager. Gillian tries to send it ahead to Newcomer, and he'll lose the foot race to Diaz. Oh, Pacheco has to come out and clear it away from harm's way, and now it comes all the way back to Northwood Real Estate. Both teams using their keepers here as an extra man, it seems like, and the ball bouncing around midfield. Nice knockdown there by Aguiar, but he gave it to the wrong jersey. Panthers keep possession. Guillen will try to send it up left side, trying to find Newcomer on the run. Good hustle by Newcomer. Saves it along the left sideline. He's going to chip it toward the top of the Plymouth box. Nice cut through by Truitt defensively, and he's going to clear it out to the near wing side. Headed back toward the middle, intercepted by Moody, but the Rockies lose possession. Guillen with it again. Chipped it over to the far side to Eshelman. Hits his trail man. That's Escamilla, but he gave it away. Truitt, nice step through steal, and he's going to send it up the left sideline for the Rockies. Turned back the other way by Lettleiner. It stays in bounds, and the Rockies try to get a steal. Mendoza can't do it. Now Cardonia goes after it. He bumped the Northwood player along the way, and that's going to be out of bounds off Northwood. Plymouth a quick throw-in on the play. It deflects right back into the possession of Eshelman and Northwood, but he gave it away to Matudi, who was in the lane. Matudi tries to send it into Rosas, and that doesn't connect. Bounces toward Greenlee, and the young sophomore tried to send it ahead. The ball's going to go all the way to the keeper, Pacheco, way out of his box, and he'll line drive it left side, trying to find Tercios. That won't work. Graber comes out, and he's going to scoop it up for the Panthers. Still 2-0. Rockies with the lead. A third goal was disallowed due to an offside on Plymouth. Northwood with the ball. Guillen turning. This kid is a long, lanky athlete who's very fast. You can understand why he's the number 2 scorer on his team. Newcomer got around 2 Rocky defenders, looking to get around a third. Feeds it to the trail. Guillen sets it up and fires one all the way to South Bend, as that one's going to go well out of bounds.
And we keep getting more and more pressure down on the Rocky defense, Tony, and
it's just a matter of time with this Northwood team.
That's what it feels like. It feels like we lost all our offensive momentum, and I think we got to push our midfield just a little bit higher so we can possess the ball in the middle of the field again.
Here's the long clear up field by Pacheco, and it's going to be headed further by Tercius. Rosas couldn't win a race to it. Northwood, though, gives it to the Rockies. Diaz steps up on the steal. Wants to turn, fed it across, got intercepted, and recovered by Guillen. Left foot lead. Nice step up by Ethan. Broke up a lead pass. Back with it, the Rockies, Aguiar. Open field, Mendoza, now to Matudi at the circle. Matudi still looking, he's got plenty of space, chips it over to Diaz. He'll knock it down. Now some triangle passing here for the Rockies. Baca's got some time, sends it into Rosas on the right wing side. Turning, going deep, stopping with the heel. Now left foots it toward the top of the box. No one there for the Rockies on the far side. And furthered along by the Panthers. DeFreitas with an errant pass. And Baca couldn't intercept. Diaz, though, able to trail and get it. Nice inside-out move. Centers one to the top. Popped up in the air and headed out by the Panthers. DeFreitas chips it back to the right side and controlled by Bontrager before he's taken off the ball, but the Panthers get it back. Guillen, boy, he got doubled immediately. Forced a turnover, and Plymouth with possession. Truitt had his pass picked off. And nice steal by Aguiar, getting it back for the Rockies. Aguiar turns with a right foot lead for Rosas. And nice step through pick off by Beebe. And the Panthers will have Beebe. He shanked it off the outside portion of his foot, and it goes out of bounds along the near side. Rockies with a quick throw in. Matuti has it. Still in Panther real estate. Now to Rosas. Now to Matuti again. Matuti taking it on the right sideline. Turns on the afterburners. Whoop, forgot the ball. Looks to get it back, and it goes out of bounds off a Panther foot. So the Rockies will throw it in again, leading 2-0 as we're under 15 minutes to go in this first half. The ball gets stepped up and stolen by Guillen, but he knocked it out of bounds, so Rockies get another throw-in. Diaz will take it. He'll send it toward the top of the box. Gets by one defender, but not the second. And that second one is Lichtleitner, and he popped it up and gave it away, and a header by Baca deflects to the middle, and it got cleared out by the Panthers. Looking promising there for a moment. Here's a lead pass up the left wing side, intended for Miguel Contreras. Contreras with a couple of goals this season for the Rockies. He's playing that left forward spot. He has the ball, lost the ball, and it's going to be taken by Bontrager again. Gets by 1-2. Still keeps possession, creates some space, chipped it toward the middle. DeFreitas was the receiver intended there, but it didn't work. Rockies swarm, and the ball gets kept along the far sideline inbounds. And back with it one more time. This is going to be Bontrager. Turning, dropped it back. This is Guillen. One-on-one with Baca. Guillen, nice chip pass, but unable to save it was Bontrager. The pass was a little behind him, and he just was turned the wrong way. So a throw-in for the Rockies here. Tercius will grab a breather, and we'll tell you who the sub is in just a moment, and that is going to be Sidney Melendez. Panthers off the throw-in, try to get it into the top of the box. Good clear out to the far side by Diaz, but didn't go out. Panthers try to hold it in. Mendoza with a save. Oh, but he hit it into Guillen, who kept it in for a moment. And now the loose ball is going to be, once again, handled by the Panthers until finally popped up in the air by Matuti to midfield. Another rush attempt here by the Panthers. DeFreitas and Guillen looked like they had their signals crossed, and neither one of them gave them a shot to go, to get a shot away. Panthers try to send it in. A deflected shot is going to go wide of the net. Newcomer let the right footer go. It went off a Plymouth defender, and I think a corner kick is coming up here for Northwood. No, maybe not. Well, the Northwood coaching staff is not happy with that call, and yep, that's going to go Plymouth way, so tough break there for the Panthers. A goal kick will be given to the Rockies here with 12:20 left to go in the first half, and they lead it 2-0. The ball gets deflected to the near side. This is Melendez on the run. Tried to feed it toward the middle. It got deflected to the trailer. Baca now sends in Rosas. He takes it wide right, stops, sent it to the right foot again, got around his defender, tried to poke it through a defender. Didn't work. Now he does, but no one was in the spot there to accept for the Rockies, and Northwood clears. At least out to midfield before Hunt steals. Ethan reaches in, chips it off to the right side, trying to find Rosas. It didn't work, and the ball popped out to midfield again. A race for a loose ball on that far side, won by Truitt. Boy, did he turn on the afterburners there. He poked it back into the Panther end, and now it's set by Lichtleitner back into Rocky real estate, and he was trying to find Newcomer on the run, but it didn't work. It goes all the way to Pacheco, and the sophomore keeper for the Rockies will boot it out. Headed further by Melendez, but to open space, and Greber comes out, the keeper, outside the box and sends it all the way back in Plymouth real estate. Diaz goes chasing, fends off Newcomer, sends it back to the keeper, Pacheco, and Pacheco will kick it to the circle at midfield. Loose ball battled for, and Contreras was just a little late getting there. Guillen rides off one Rocky defender, trailing the play for Northwood and getting an opportunity is Guzman, but then he's taken off the ball. Now another battle. This time it's going to be won by Eshelman. The Guillen sliding tackle by DeFreitas forces the Rockies to kick it off to the near side. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwood. So Plymouth able to get control. And it'll be Matude with some space at midfield, going clear across the way to Mendoza. He's on the outside part of the circle and now sends it up the left side, headed down by Northwood. DeFreitas whiffs on a pass, and then Greenlee had his pocket picked, and the Rockies come away with it. This is going to be Matude. Matude will get it on to Baca, and rolled over to Diaz. Now leads to Rosas on the right side. Rosas battling hard against Northwood defender Beebe, and that ball goes off Beebe out of bounds. A magnificent Tuesday night for soccer once again here at the Kent Soccerplex. This is the second to final regular season game for the Rockies. We'll talk about the sectional draw at halftime. Nate and I will. Should be very interesting for the Rockies come postseason time. Here's Diaz working in deep, centered into an open side, and Contreras will have to go chasing as that got deflected away from him. I think it went off a Northwood player. Nope, they said it went off a Rocky player, so it'll be a goal kick coming up for the visitors.
Tony, what I've been noticing lately is Northwood's playing 8 players behind the ball. So wherever the ball is, they're pushing 8 defenders back, their whole defense, their whole midfield. And so that's why it's getting a little congested in there. It's not as spread out as it was before, and it's making it a little tougher for Plymouth to get those extra shots in.
Ethan Hunt tried to send it forward, but DeFreitas stepped in front of that and deflected it out of bounds, so the Rockies will get a throw in right in front of their bench across the way. Cardonia back into the game. Got it over to Mendoza and looking for Melendez, and that didn't click. And Mendoza battles, and Mendoza gets called for a foul as he pushed on a Panther. So DeFreitas will get the free kick here along the right sideline. Is Panthers trailing 2-0. And there's the long lead into the Plymouth box, and look out, this could be trouble. Nice head out by Baca and furthered by Rosas to midfield. Melendez just couldn't catch up with the deflection near his neighborhood, and so the Panthers get control. And trying to keep from stumbling with the ball was Eshelman. He continued to battle hard with it. Down goes Aguiar, and he looks like he's hurting. And no whistle yet as the Panthers keep possession near the circle. And now the whistle sounds. Aguiar holding that right ankle of his as play has stopped with 8:07 left on the clock. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back here to the Kent Soccerplex. Rockies lead this one 2-0 on an injury timeout presented by Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck. Back after this timeout.
Tile or carpeted flooring.
And time to get back into the normal swing of things, Michiana. A&M Home Services.
Yeah.
Is here to help.
Looks like he's working his off, though.
For a limited time, A&M is offering post-pandemic special financing. 0 payments, 0 interest for 12 months.
Now is the best time to start on your next project. And A&M Home Services is here to help.
A&M is Michiana's most convenient flooring contractor. Call A&M now for a free estimate.
Life doesn't come with a financial roadmap. It does come with a lot of bumps and red lights. Steering clear of those doesn't have to be difficult. With First Source Bank's mobile money management tools, you can see all your financial accounts, balances, and transactions in one place. So you can easily set monthly budgets to help manage expenses and debt. Get the green light to a successful financial future with First Source's money management tools. First Source Bank, where better is better. Member FDIC.
All right, playback on your way. Aguiar was able to leave on his own terms there. And here's a deflected shot that just went wide. DeFreitas got knocked down. He looked at the official saying, hey, where was the foul? But nothing was called, and so the Panthers keep possession until Baca able to step in and pick it up. Truitt was also injured on the play, and he went to the Plymouth sideline, but I think he's walking himself off, and he'll be okay. In the meantime, a heel pass by Contreras is just going to connect, but, and again, it may not. I think it's Alex James who's out there for the Rockies, number 8. Loose ball is going to be caromed off a body that the Panthers are going to be allowed to get. Tonight's game brought to you by our good friends at Paul Hunt Concrete in Plymouth. Residential or commercial, they can help you with everything from floors to driveways to sidewalks, patios, slabs, and more. That's Paul Hunt Concrete in Plymouth, proud of grandson Ethan Hunt. Under 7 minutes left to go, and on a Northwood foul, the Rockies got a free kick. It's going to be handled by Matudi. He missed Diaz on the run along the near side, and so a quick throw in here by Northwood will be coming. Guillen now worked it over to Eichelman. Now worked over to Guillen, led it to the middle, trying to find DeFreitas. DeFreitas one-on-one with his man. DeFreitas will send it to the trailer. There's Guillen. Now, beautiful move, sets up the left foot, got blocked by Matudi. Guillen slow in getting up. The Rockies on the move. Credonia able to outlet to Rosas. Guillen still down on the other side of the field. Rosas still on the run. Dancing around, got open, kicks it to the far side, just out of the reach of Jameis. And now it's worked over to the far wing side where Mendoza finds Credonia. Back over to Mendoza. Right-footed pop-up looking for Rosas, but Graber will catch the big hop and get out of his own end with a kick. So the boot is high and down the right side. Popped up in the air by Guillen to DeFreitas. Back to Guillen, just out of his reach. The Rockies clear to the circle. Picked back off by the Rockies, but then Panthers try to send it in. A newcomer got too far with his lead, and Pacheco is going to get an easy grab, and the Plymouth sophomore keeper is going to boot it out. Uh-oh, shanked it. It's a short kick, but unable to do anything with it there was Guzman. Rockies allowed to move it out, and a lead for Melendez is going to be, well, fought off for the moment as Dickerson almost gave it away at the wrong time. Rockies maintain possession. It's Mendoza now on the acceptance on the left side. Looking for Contreras, but McGill was taken off the ball, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Substitutions here. Looks like 4 players coming in for the Rockies. Tercius, Aguiar, Truitt, and also into the game will be Abe Rolillo. So here's the throw-in. Panthers trying to get control. Aguiar will instead. Aguiar able to find Credonia. And Mendoza back with it. Mendoza with 2 defenders collapsing. Gets it over to Credonia again. Right in front of that Northwood bench. Sends it to an open side. That's in the middle of the field to Baca, who sent it to the right wing side. Abe with the grab outside the box to the trail man. Good play by Baca to keep possession. Now to the Credonia. Chipped it back to Abe. Feeds it to the top of the box. Credonia settles it up. Trying to find the hat trick tonight. And actually his second goal is his first goal was good. His second goal got denied and offside. So that would have been 2 goals if he would have fired that one on, but he couldn't. And so a goal kick coming up for the Panthers. Now under 4 minutes left to go in this one. In the first half. Here's the boot by Graber. And it's going to be headed down by Credonia. Try to feed in Tercius. And a good job defensively by Beebe to get it back to his keeper. Graber just sends it all the way out of bounds right below us. So a throw in here for Rolito. Abe will find Tercius, and it looks like a contact foul, and Rosas gets called away from the ball. So that gives a free kick here to Northwood. Lichtleitner will do the honors here as he's looking upfield. Here's his approach, and it's a good boot to the top of the Plymouth box. Again, DeFreitas slipping. He's just not getting his footing right now, and he's a frustrated player, right? Just looking at him right now. I mean, he's just slipping all over the place all of a sudden, and Rockies are going to try to methodically move it upfield. Rosas with a tightrope pass along the sideline finds Baca. Now to Tercius, who turns to his left. Finds his trailer. That's Credonia. Credonia will ship it over to the left side. Mendoza keeps it inbounds. Now he'll feed one toward the box. Tercius tried to head it, and that's just out of his reach. It's a race for the loose ball that gets cleared out of bounds. And again, that's Marshall Beebe, the senior defender, that knocked it away. So a corner kick is going to be issued here against the Panthers, and the Rockies will do the honors quickly to a wide-open Rolillo. Relilo's going to fire one toward the far post, and Tercius was in the neighborhood, but wasn't charging at the net. The only one really was at that time was Baca, and so he had that one sail over his head. So on the miss, a goal kick coming up here for the Panthers. Rockies leading it 2-0 with just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's the approach, and there's the boot. Headed up in the air by Cardonia. Worked over to the left wing side. Panthers go back on defense because on the run it's Tercios. Left wing side. Feeds one toward the middle, and that guy headed away by the Panthers. Still loose, and Aguiar coughed it up, and Northwood finally gets it upfield. Newcomer takes that right side with the ball. Lost it as Truitt slowed him down. That ball went off Truitt, apparently. Panthers get the throw, and Truitt with another great effort defensively. Prevented acceptance for DeFreitas, and by just stepping in and deflecting it. Nifty play, and now the Rockies will get a chance to go on offense. Rosas sends it toward the middle of the field, only to have it chested down and worked forward by Dirksen. Now the loose ball is going to be centered and then intercepted at midfield by Baca. Turning with it, Cardonia, stripped away by Guillen. Matuidi pops his pass up, and the ball settled back down by the Panthers one more time. Unable to do anything with it is Bontrager. Cardonia winds up with a loose ball at the circle, sends it to the far side to Aguiar, who lets it ride over to Mendoza. Now to Aguiar, who touched it over Cardonia. He goes chasing, able to touch it over to Baca, and the ball's back on this side of the field. And Rolilo looking for Rosas. Too many white jerseys there, and they clear it out of bounds. Rockies get the throw in, Matuidi with the exception. Now to Cardonia as it's down to 27 seconds left to go in this first half, and the Rockies have a 2-0 lead. Mendoza toward the middle. Baca settles it down, leads it right side, and that's going to be out of the reach of Abrolilo, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Northwood to throw it in, and we're down to the final 7 seconds. Guillen possessing, and he'll send it toward Plymouth Real Estate, and the first half will come to an end. Goals by Aguiar and Cardonia right now are the difference, and the Rockies have a 2-0 lead here at our Oliver Ford Lincoln halftime show. Oliver Ford Lincoln, where we tip our hat to you. Coming up next, it's the halftime show presented by Oliver Ford, and we'll get to it after this 2-minute timeout.
All water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Need some printing done? T-shirts made. How about invitations? Don't get them done by the other guys. Keep it local by calling Bowen Printing right here in Plymouth.
I brought different equipment here tonight because I'm unplugging my regular equipment, otherwise it's just such a pain in the butt. So, and I didn't even think about bringing the second set of headsets. That's the only problem.
Printing is also your local FedEx shipping center and can handle all of your mailing needs. Call Bowen today at 936-3924. Come see them at 200 South Michigan Street in Plymouth. Bowen Printing, where service, smiles, and custom creations are what we specialize in since 1943.
When you shop at Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth, you're treated like family, and it's a full-service experience. Our expert service team can keep your vehicle happy for years, from simple maintenance to major repairs. We even provide a loaner car if your vehicle needs to stay overnight. So we have an excellent source of demonstrator vehicles offered to you with substantial discounts. So search our inventory online or stop in for a test drive at Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
2-0, the Rockies have the lead here at halftime. Our halftime brought to you by good friends at Oliver Ford Lincoln. At Oliver Ford Lincoln, we tip our hat to you. Goals by Aguiar and Cardonia. This game had a little ebb and flow to it, and I think the first 10 minutes, maybe even 15, had Plymouth with a majority of the pressure in Northwood, and Northwood started stretching out in the midfield like you talked about and started applying a little pressure. Graber had a tremendous Superman save, and so did Pacheco on a Superman save, flying through the air, diving, and, those goals go in. Who knows what kind of momentum gets affected in that particular scenario, but Johnny on the spot, both Plymouth goals with Aguiar and Cardonia.
Definitely, and they came from, working the ball down to the end line, getting a cross in, and then both shots were from the top of the box. Great place to be, great place to get a good shot off, and good hard shots, so they went right in.
I would imagine that some of the discussion going in here is, effort just got to continue here, and I think if you're Northwood, and not that I want to jump ahead because we'll talk about our keys a little bit later on, but again, Northwood's just got to figure out, who they need to guard, or mark up, I should say, in this particular case. They found out that the Plymouth leading scorer was not going to be in the lineup tonight. Romero is not in the lineup tonight, and so, but as we said, everybody, because those three are in this lineup, it's who's next, and we had a pretty good answer to that in this first half. If you're a Rocky fan.
Definitely, and we got guys who put the goal in, or the ball in the back of the net tonight, who have that capability. Definitely, I think that first 10 minutes we were controlling. We were, there was nobody, not one single person stepped up. Everybody stepped up, and so we were working the ball around and making good plays with it. And I think as the half progressed and we started getting some pressure on our defense, our midfield kind of pushed back into our defense, and so there was no middle of the field to get rid of the ball, and so it kind of slowed down on Plymouth's ability to move the ball around.
All right, that's Nathan Hunt. I'm Tony Ross. We welcome you to our coverage of Plymouth Rocky Soccer here on Max 98.3 Sports. When we come back, the Oliver Ford Lincoln halftime show continues. We'll talk about the upcoming sectional. The draw took place last night, and we'll kind of break it down a little bit, especially for the Rockies when we return. Back with more of our halftime show after this timeout. 2 minutes, please. 2.
Quality fuels and lubes. With great products, competitive pricing, and outstanding customer service, Bellman Oil is the company you can trust. No job is too big or too small for Bellman Oil, and their staff has the experience and the training to find the perfect products for your exact needs. For Chevron, Citgo, BP, Mag 1, and VP Racing Fuel delivered in clean trucks by courteous drivers, call Bellman Oil at 574-546-2342 or visit BellmanOil.com.
Sometimes you're lucky to find that hidden gem in your hometown when it comes to great food. That's the case with Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck at 610 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth. Inspired from the memory and in honor of Robert and Mary Listenberger's parents' first restaurant. Open Wednesdays only from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their menu includes mouth-watering Chicago dogs, their famous pulled pork, and the incredible grilled prime rib sandwich. And that's not all. Grab your Wednesday lunch or dinner at Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck at 610 East Jefferson Street every Wednesday. We'll see you there.
Looking to shape up but don't know where to start? Or maybe you're looking for a new challenge in your fitness effort. Whatever your situation, here's a happier, healthier tomorrow, and it's available right now. Come to Plymouth's Fitness Forum Sports and Wellness Center. Make new friends, join a group exercise program or aquatics class. Enjoy the Dance Academy. A more energetic, enthusiastic you begins at the Fitness Forum at Lifeplex. Stop in at Miller Drive or visit fitnessforum.biz.
When you shop at Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth, you're treated like family, and it's a full-service experience. Our expert service team can keep your vehicle happy for years, from simple maintenance to major repairs. We even provide a loaner car if your vehicle needs to stay overnight. So we have an excellent source of demonstrator vehicles offered to you with substantial discounts. So search our inventory online or stop in for a test drive at Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
2-0 Rockies have a lead here at the Kin Soccerplex in this NLC battle with the Northwood Panthers. If the Rockies hold on to this lead, they will become the NLC champions outright, and that's what everybody here tonight is hoping for after it's all said and done. Of course, last night the soccer sectional draws took place for both the boys and the girls, and let's kind of break it down on the boys' side. Argus in sectional 1 in round 1, the 36 sectional, they're going to be taking on North Miami next week, and Argus has won their last 9 sectionals going into this year, and Coach Vanderweel just continues to win with the boys that he has, and it's almost like they just reload year after year.
Definitely, and Argus, we play them each year and we have success with them. But you know what? The rest of their schedule, they are a smaller school, a lot smaller school than Plymouth, and like you said, they reload. They have a top-notch program year in and year out.
Well, Teddy Redinger having a great year scoring, and again, it's just there's a lot of folks. Michael Richard is another one that if we're going to name drop, he needs to be in that conversation as well. So the Dragons are setting pretty well. I think if they win, they'll go on to play Caston. Caston having an average year. Culver and Winnemac will be the other two, and they're going to go at each other. They just faced each other, I believe, last night. Ended up going into a shootout in which Winnemac ended up winning. And, that Culver team this year, their boys team, they're playing well. And so it's going to be interesting to watch them. Their girls soccer team also having a very good year. Bailey Binkley, my goodness, I don't know how many hat tricks plus she's had in a game this season. So, there's going to be some good soccer in this particular sectional at South Bend Raleigh. Or I should say for Argus, but, when you look at this South Bend Raleigh sectional that the Rockies are going to be in for the boys, they got LaPorte and South Bend Adams going at it, and then it'll be Mishawaka and South Bend Raleigh. Plymouth has faced LaPorte and Mishawaka, winning those games rather handily. We were just talking off the air momentarily. Really, it's kind of Plymouth's sectional to lose.
It is. We played a lot of these teams last year. We had Michigan City, who we played in sectional last year, and we beat them. South Bend Adams won the sectional last year, and they're probably the team that will give us the best competition. However, when you've played somebody time after time, you can't take it for granted that you're just going to win because they're having a down year.
And to follow up on the area boys sectional over at LaVille, it'll be sectional 34. LaVille will take on Morgan Township. Washington Township faces Westville. Oregon Davis will face Marquette Catholic. That's a winnable sectional there for LaVille. So hopefully some good success will come out of the sectionals for some of our area teams after it's all said and done. We'll start the second half after this 30-second timeout on Max 98.3.
Home has been part of the Plymouth community. Its staff is committed to providing care that helps serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. Jim and Terry Weldy, along with a professionally caring staff, remind you to check out their website for COVID-19 updates and what to expect during services. While paying our final respects to our loved ones is a top priority, so is keeping family and friends that attend safe. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home in Plymouth, committed to serving families with dignity and respect.
Along with Nathan Hunt, Tony Ross will switch ends to start this second half, and it'll be Northwood going left to right on your radio dial. And the Rockies vice versa. They try to step up, and Truitt had the ball knocked away. DeFreitas tries to lead it in for newcomer, but sliding out is the sophomore Pacheco. And again, the Plymouth keeper prevents an opportunity. So it'll be booted out by him, out to the midfield circle, headed down to the near side where Guillen looks to chase after. Sends it to an open wing near side. He follows his own pass and keeps it in. Not a newcomer. Newcomer by one. Drops it back to Guillen. And Guillen centers one to the far side, trying to find his man. Cutting to the left side was Greenlee, but he was late in getting there. And the pass sails out of bounds. Corner kick coming up for the Rockies. Well, again, we're going to see this forward line for Coach Derrickson really get aggressive, and we're going to be hearing a lot about Guillen, and I hope for the young man's sake that DeFreitas changed cleats, because he slipped at least 4 times in that first half, where it cost him possession.
And it looks like the turf here at Plymouth is a little shorter than normal, so.
It does, doesn't it? I was just noticing that today when I walked on it.
It does. When I had a chance to talk with Mr. Delp beforehand, he said somehow it got cut twice, and so it's a little shorter than normal. And, he thought, hey, these soccer coaches are going to want that all the time now.
Well, there's a shot, and the ball goes out of bounds, but a Panther player goes down right in the box. No foul apparently called here by the official. And Guillen is the one that is down, and that's the team's second leading scorer. He went up in the air, and when he came down, goal of the season, and that gives the Rockies a 3-0 lead.
Another great shot from far out, top of the circle on the box, and the keeper spilled it, and Miguel, he was in the right place at the right time. And I can't tell you how many times this year we've had those guys that, they've gotten the goals just by following up the shots. And, even when you're coaching little kids, you say, hey, every time the ball's shot at the goal,
follow your shot.
Follow that shot. And our guys are doing it and getting goals this year.
Well, it's a simple message, and all you got to do is listen and apply. And when it does, goals like that take place. How about Contreras? 3 goals on the year for him, and he's come off the bench. He got a start here tonight, though. And due to the absence of a few key players for the Rockies tonight, and now a whistle sounds, and a foul will be called against the Rockies. And so Northwood will have a free kick about 35 yards away. Here's the approach, and the boot by Licklackner is going to go right in on net, and Pacheco knocked it down, gave a rebound away, and there getting the easy netter is DeFreitas. Pacheco had it, and then he lost it, and he lost it at the wrong time. And Andre DeFreitas gets Northwood on the board. That is his 13th goal of the season, or scratch that, his 21st goal of the season. Well, you just can't cough it up, especially to that guy who is a perennial scorer.
And it comes back to goofy fouls out here. You never know what's going to happen with them. And, a foul 35, 40 yards from the goal, you have a bad kick and a bad play on it, and you give up something that shouldn't happen.
Well, this goal comes, 40 seconds from the Plymouth's 3rd goal, and so that takes a little bit of the sting off for the Panthers, who are now down by a pair once again. Well, and, it's not like DeFreitas hasn't scored those goals his career in the high school level. He's always been the man who has been athletic and strong enough to take some pounding in the box, but beat Johnny on the spot as he was there too. Northwood tries to clear their own end. Cordonia keeps it alive, tries to send it over to Aguiar. He'll accept. He'll ride it to the sideline. Nice feed to Rosas. Now to Tercius, or I should say Contreras. Now to Tercius, back to Cordonia. Creates some space, lets a right-footed chip pass go to the box for Rosas. Graber read it, makes the save, quickly outlets up the left wing side. Panthers with a lead for DeFreitas, who kept it in, and then he had it taken away. And the ball stays in bounds for Rosas on the right wing side. Rosas dances around his man. Got around. Looks to set up for the shot, but a good defensive play. But then Rosas got it back in the box. Falls down, gets back up. Looks to get it over to the right. He connects. This is Baca with a right-shooted shot on save by Graber. Rebound cleared away. And saving a goal was Alex Escamilla, the sophomore. Otherwise, it is a 4-1 Rocky lead.
And again, pressure on the goal. This time we had guys there. They just didn't quite get to it fast enough than the other guy.
So this will be a goal kick here for the Rockies. Diaz will do the honors. 35.5 minutes left to go in the second half. 3-1 Plymouth. Here's the boot. It's going to go all the way to the top of the box. Rojas goes chasing. Rojas is going to chip one toward the net. Graber backing up. Tipped it, kept it in play, and then he chased after it. And almost getting a chance there was Contreras. Well, Graber played that smart the only way he really could, because he was going deep into the net on that little lob shot. Nice knockdown at midfield by Contreras. Now Mendoza below us. He's going to feed it up the left side, picked off by the Panthers. Guillen winds up with it. Sends it up toward the middle. The Freitas battles hard with Truitt. It's won by the Panthers, and then they give it away. Matudi over to Aguiar. Aguiar chipped it to the middle, Cordonia. Adrian tries to get free. Brings it over to the near side. Chips it over to Mendoza. Mendoza now in the triangle passing. Gets it into the possession of Aguiar, and knocked it off a Panther. It goes out of bounds, and a throw-in for Aguiar. Tercius tries to settle it. Couldn't. Lost the ball. And it was stolen away by Bontrager, but the Rockies get the ball back momentarily until Guillen decides to hop into the play and steal it back. Knocked it off one Rocky player. That was Aguiar. He continues to battle Guillen. Those two go down. Guillen is going to get called for the foul, and then he just spiked the soccer ball and didn't get caught. The referee just turned his head when he did that. Normally, you see that a yellow card. But the referee was not paying attention. So free kick for the Rockies nonetheless, as Matudi would do the honors. 33:45 left to go in the first half. The chip toward the box, and the ball gets popped out by the Panther defense. Matudi steps up to get it back. He'll take the ball clear deep to the left corner. Now tries to get into the box, gets free, looks to center with the left foot. Good recovery defensively by Nick Nickleitner, preventing the pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Who was it last off of?
Looks like we got a corner kick, and Plymouth's bringing their guys up and loading up the top of the box again.
So another good scoring opportunity here on a corner kick for the Rockies coming as Diaz will once again do the honors as we approach 33 minutes left to go in this game. 3-1 Rockies have the lead. Here's the approach. There's the boot to the right side, and it's headed out of harm's way by Guillen. But it's kept in by Baca, who shanked on a shot, and that goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the Panthers. Tonight's game brought to you in part by our good friends at Paul Hunt Concrete in Plymouth. Free estimates are available. Don't wait. Call them now at 936-9866 before the weather keeps you from getting to your project. Proud to support Ethan Hunt. Here's a takeaway by the Panthers at midfield, and it's going to be a lead in by Eshelman, but he gets picked off. Rockies now send the other way. Pass connects to Tercius. Now to the trail and to Rosas, and we got an offside on the Rockies. Third offside of the night for Plymouth. One of them cost the goal. Well, when you have such an aggressive forward midfield group as Plymouth's got this year, going offside isn't exactly, unless it's real close, and it really just hasn't hampered Plymouth too much. It's just something you can live with how this Rocky team plays.
Right, and being aggressive is one thing. If you're being lazy and just not getting back, that's something different.
That's
Tonight
right.
they're being aggressive, trying to push that line and get just past them, and and a good organized defense will step up at the right time and put you off sides.
Northwood will have Bontrager taking off the ball there, but Guillen stole it back, steps through two defenders, then chipped it himself again. Boy, Guillen doing a great footwork show. Fed it to the middle. What a pass. This would have been offside on Northwood, but Rockies intercept. And now trying to move it up left side, it's Contreras. Contreras able to connect to Cardona. He'll try to send it to the right side. The ball gets knocked down by a Northwood hand. And so it'll be a free kick here for the Rockies. Guillen, once again, complaining to the official here. I tell you what, it's tough to be an official this day and age, especially in this sport.
Definitely. Everybody, we watch the sports on TV, and everybody complains every time there's a call, and, unfortunately, it's come down to the lower levels. And
absolutely. All right, Northwood is going to send one, and look at DeFreitas hustle after the ball, and he got it. DeFreitas has already scored once for Northwood. Centers it left side to Newcomer, who scores! Boy, that was a just won it kind of goal for the Panthers, and DeFreitas is the one that set it all up.
Definitely, and the Rockies are pushing, and Northwood got behind us, and we didn't recover very well, and that's what often happens. You get a little complacent. You think you can keep going forward time after time, and right now momentum's on Northwood's side.
So, folks, we've got ourselves a little pressure cooker happening here in this NLC battle between the Panthers and the Rockies. Northwood doesn't want to be the victim of being the team that could be handing the Rockies a NLC title tonight. So the Rockies still maintain a one-goal lead at 3-2. It's Tercius trying to turn the corner on the right side, ran off the ball and cleared further upfield on a good defensive play by Durkison. Rockies got it back to the box momentarily. The ball popped up in the air. Baca looks to get it down. Nice feed far side, and he's going to connect. This is Diaz stepping up into play. Centers one. Oh, man, he had two that were right there to take that header, but the Panthers steal, give it away, and now a chip pass toward the net as Aguiar steps up aggressively, and Graber grabs the easy save. So it's a 29:35 left to go on the clock in a 3-2 Rocky lead. Graber kind of shanks and sends a high ball Bounces once at midfield, chested down by Newcomer. And giving up the ball momentarily there was Escamilla. Now he does as Mendoza sends it back to the Northwood box. And again, Graber, the keeper, will scoop it up. Approaching 29 minutes left to go in this game. 3-2 Rockies. Northwood has scored back-to-back goals to get in it. Cardonia now into the hands of Contreras. Trying to feed it over to Tercius. And Cardonia gets a nice steal. Baca looks to turn with wearing black gloves tonight. Styling and profiling. Here is Diaz trying to feed into the box, and that one gets intercepted by the Panthers. But Diaz turns to get the ball back, gets free. This time tripped up, and that's going to be a foul on Northwood at the top of the box. And the official doesn't say. They get a shot on net, and Graber able to make the save. The Rockies still applying pressure. Tercius wants the center, hits the goalpost, and goes out of bounds.
And Matute hit that shot from about 40 yards out, and it was a laser. I mean, if he wouldn't have dove and hit it, it was definitely going in the goal.
A Rocky player is down here. And now the official will stop the clock here. It's important to fans know that you can't stop the clock until the official gives you the okay to stop the clock. You can't just stop it because a player is down. The official's got to give the official word to stop the clock. So yelling up at the booth isn't going to help. 28 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in this second half. 3-2. Plymouth has a lead. Injury timeout here. Ryan Carroll is checking on the Rocky player, and when we come back, we'll try to find out who it is after this 1-minute break.
Service products and timeliness to every customer. We offer 5-inch gutters.
Well, I want to say that, but with my luck, I'd end up calling the wrong number here.
Our products also include the Gutter Warrior, a great leaf guard that prevents the need to replace gutters. Get in touch with us soon. Our #1 priority is your satisfaction. Gutter Guys. Call us or visit our website now.
Visit yourgutterguys.com or call 780-2311.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Well, 28 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in this one, and Northwood and Plymouth are duking it out. It's 3-2. Plymouth with the lead, and we believe that is Alex Tercius, who is being helped off the field right now, kind of favoring the right leg, and so we hope he's going to be okay. But right now, Ryan Carroll and his assistant are helping the Plymouth player back to the far sideline. Now, again, you're minus Paguada, you're minus Romero. That's just two of your big scorers. Cadonia's not at 100%, but here he is still on the field playing. Arriaga, I don't even think is available for the Rockies tonight either.
No, and the Rockies, they've been stepping up, and they just gotta keep next man up. You hear the saying, but it's really next man up tonight.
Well, you win as a team, you lose as a team, and right now the Rockies up 3-2 as a team, and so they got to just, again, you don't have that one sharpshooter that you normally have been accustomed to playing with, but really it's been everybody still that has played so well in each and every game this season for the Rockies. So play back on their way. Rockies trying to get possession here. And on the right wing side, it's Diaz. He's going to try to crank up a long shot on. Graber aggressively comes out and makes the stop, and he quickly outlets on the run to the near side of Bontrager. Bontrager's got a little room, and then he got cut off and unable to steal it, though, was Aguiar as he lost it out of bounds. Good read, though, by Junior. Panthers throw it in. Then the lead pass broken up by Truitt. It goes off Aguiar, and it's sent further by Guillen, trying to lead into DeFreitas. Got around his man. DeFreitas still battling hard in the box. Whistle sounds offside Northwood. So the Panthers had DeFreitas in ahead on the rush there. The clock down to 27 minutes remaining here in the game. It is 3-2. First 3 goals scored by the Rockies, 2 in the first. They started the third period off with a Contreras goal, but the Freitas and Newcomer have since then answered for Northwood, and we got a foul on the field, and that one is going to go against Northwood. So a free kick coming up here for the Rockies here on the far side. It'll be Diaz to do the honors from about 30 yards out.
And this is another one of those dangerous places, Tony, where if he puts this on goal and he doesn't catch it cleanly, he's going to give up that rebound. So
you got Melendez, who's about ready to go toward the net. There's a little chip pass looking for Cadonia. Headed away neatly by Leckliner. But the Rockies keep it in the box. There's a lead pass to the middle. Right footer Baca just missed the near post. Great setup. Baca just couldn't tuck it in. And so, goal kick here for the Panthers. 3-2 in favor of the Rockies. Tonight's game also brought to you by Plymouth DC Garage Doors and Entry. Since 1988, Plymouth DC Garage Doors and Entry have become the largest overhead door company in northern Indiana. Owner Jim Brown invites you to stop by their Airport Road location in Plymouth at 936-7902. Call anytime for any garage service that you need. That's Plymouth DC Garage Door and Entry. Off a whistle and a foul on Plymouth, and a free kick coming here for the Panthers. And it'll be Guillen to have control here. And so it'll be given to the near side, handled by Escamilla. Escamilla furthers it up the right sideline. Trying to win it is Bontrager, and he's able to tap it back to Escamilla. Back over to Bontrager. Bontrager sends one toward the middle of the field. Greenlee tried to set it up for himself, but that's quickly broken up by Troop, but he hit his own man in the back, but the Rockies escape. Matuti leads it to the near wing side. Rosas will turn. Nice feed, trying to find Junior on the run, but Aguiar overruns, and it's going to be Northwood to send it back the other way. Mendoza goes back to chase, got a little bump from behind, had to clear it out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up here for the Panthers. De Freitas knocks it down, it gets 2 defenders on him, and a foul will be on Cadonia on the push in the back. So a free kick for the Panthers, and this is a dangerous kick, as it's about 2 yards outside that box. Not even that, it's about 18.5 yards out. So it's right near that top of the box line. The Rockies are going to have a 4-man wall to set up, but they got to back off for the proper distance. And they may need to scoot over to the left a little bit, but De Freitas has got such a good shot. Let's see, now they split that wall. Now there's the shot, and the hooker is going to go wide. He tried to hook that one in, but he could not. And so a goal kick coming up here for the Rockies. Tonight's game also brought to you by Miller's Assisted Living in Plymouth. Since 1969, Miller's Assisted Living has proudly been committed to caring for those in the time of need in this community. Whatever you decide, we're here to help. Check us out, 625 Oak Hill Avenue in Plymouth. Play at midfield circle. Knocked down by Northridge Greenlee. Guillen left foots it forward, but he couldn't connect to De Freitas. Ball cleared out of bounds off a Rocky foot. So it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers right in front of their bench across the way. Panthers try to set it up. A long lead toward the box. Just going to miss Newcomer. Rockies clear it. And Aguiar touches it back to Mendoza, and he'll just pop it to the circle at midfield. And a header knocked down, and trying to get control there was Greenlee, no dice. Or rather, that was Schrock, I'm sorry. And Schrock got it back out to midfield before the Rockies get the steal, and now they are on the rush. Diaz, nice little stop. Trying to set him free. He goes to the right wing side. And now Baca will join the passing club. Send it to the far wing side. Schrock almost got a steal for Northwood. Now into the hands of, I believe that was Rosas, and he got taken off the ball, and Northwood clears it out of bounds across the far side. So the Rockies will, nope, they said that went off a Rocky player. No, it'll be a Rocky throw-in. That's what I thought. Game clock down to 22 minutes and 27 seconds on the Bellman Oil Company scoreboard. 3-2, Rockies with the lead. Rockies hold on and win. They are NLC champions outright. There's a lead pass up the left wing side that ended up going out of bounds. And this was last touched by Northwood. So the Rockies get a throw in again. Stepping in is Schrock with the steal, and that lead pass off the foot of Eshelman got stolen away. Rockies find the loose ball, and the pass behind Aguiar, trailed though by Mendoza, sent it to the Northridge top of the key. Good steal by Rosas, getting it back to Aguiar. Cadonia will chip it back to Mendoza. Nice save. Boy, that's some brilliant footwork right there. Now to Cadonia. Now to Truitt. He sends it up, and that goes off Northwood's Bontrager's leg, and that is going to go out of bounds. So this should be a throw-in here for the Rockies. Should it not? Nope. Apparently last touched by Rosas, and so the throw-in intercepted by Cadonia. Cadonia pushed off the ball not once but twice, and down he goes. May took a spike, and now here's Guillen leading in. Right side. This is going to be Newcomer sending it across, trying to find a Freitas. Pacheco stays home, and then a great step-through steal by Matuti prevents the Freitas from setting up a shot. Rockies clear it out. Nice play by Matuti. Boy, that's a big, big play. And now the other way, it's going to be Baca. Rockies on the run. Diaz to Baca. Back to Diaz. He's on the run. Leads it right side. Melendez goes chasing into the right side of the Northwood box, and a sliding tackle by Schrock steals it, and he sends it back upfield for the Panthers. Now to DeFreitas. Goes up against Matuti. Matuti is going to stop him by clearing it out of bounds. So the rush slowed down for Northwood, and a couple of substitutions here. One for Northwood, one for Plymouth. Melendez will grab a seat. And into the game for the Rockies will be Ashton Artrip, a young sophomore. There's a lead pass up the left side, and that's going to go out of bounds, or are we going to do this again?
I think we're going to do it again. I think they got started just a little bit before the sub got off. And
yep, that's going to be the case. Now, I missed the Northwood one, and I'll hopefully spot it here for you folks when I get the chance. But in the meantime, the Panthers will have a throw, and they'll be going left to right here as soon as DeFreitas lets this go. Here's the two-hand over the head pass, and it's looking for a Newcomer on along the left side. Matuti's slowing him down. And this ball will end up going out of bounds. Last touched by the Rockies. So a corner kick coming up here for the Panthers, trailing 1 goal. 3-2. Plymouth with the lead. 19.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. There's the pop-up pass. Goes all the way to the near side to Freitas. Sets it toward the middle. Broken up by the Rockies. And Artrip will go after it for Plymouth. Tried to head it down for Rolelo, and he couldn't get it. The ball ping-pongs off a couple of legs. Play along the far side, and Rolelo winds up with it. Abe will bring it toward the middle with a pass. Finds Cardonia. Cardonia will work it with a left foot lead, trying to split two defenders, but coming through to clear it out was Lechleitner to the circle. Rockies will restart. Right at midfield, Truitt winds up with it along the near side. He's going to boot a high lead. Artrip knocked it down and hit his trail man Baca, who sends it to the right side where Diaz will grab. Diaz gets by his defender, cutting on the inside. Now sets it up toward the left-footed opportunity. The ball ends up centering to the near side, intercepted by Northwood, but they give it away. And here's Baca again to Cardonia. Cardonia's pass, though, intercepted, and the Panthers come back on the rush. Here's a lead finding DeFreitas. Pops it up to himself using a header, but there is Truitt. Where Truitt's had a good defensive game tonight. He's been the man that's had to mark up on DeFreitas for a majority of tonight. The only time he escaped was when he was Johnny on the spot, when he passed it to Newcomer, who put a deflection in. Here's Rosas feeding it to Aguiar. The pass behind him, stolen away. Well, I thought Rosas probably should have shot that, but he didn't. Rockies recover back at the circle at midfield. Nice save there by Guillen. He tried to lead a Newcomer, and that's a great defensive effort by Truitt again. Now battling hard is Baca and Newcomer. Those two go down. And that foul will go against Newcomer. So a free kick coming up for the Rockies. 3-2 Plymouth. 17.5 minutes left to go in this one. It'll be Matuti to send this ball toward the box. Artrip ends up deflecting it out all the way to the circle. Popped up by Aguiar. It'll be off the noggin of Rebelo, and now back go the Panthers as they send it to the circle. Newcomer and Diaz battle. Truitt tries to send it ahead, and this ball is going to be corralled by the Panthers again. Here's a chip pass by Eshelman, and that didn't work. Rockies back to recovery. Artrip tries to turn on his man, can't. Stays with the battle, over to Cadonia. Chipped over to Mendoza. Back over to Cadonia, and he's at the midfield circle. Sends it across to the far side to Diaz. Nice acceptance. He's got one man to get around. Fed it ahead to Baca. Baca wants to turn. Now trying to turn on the afterburners, but staying with them stride for stride. There was Castillo of Northwood. And now the Panthers will help him, and it's cleared up to DeFreitas at midfield. Nice job by Truitt on the help side. Prevents the rush. Rockies recover again. Now Diaz, some great footwork. Let it in to the right side. It's onside. Cutting in with the left foot. Here's the shot deflected toward the net. Cleared away by the Panthers. A promising rush just didn't get finished, and now the other way. Here's a chip pass for Newcomer, intercepted by Aguiar, taken by the Rockies. Cardonia. He'll feed it to Rosas, who got it back to Cardonia. Cardonia will send it to the right side, Rosas. Rosas, he'll dance with the ball, send it off to the right side to Diaz. Diaz has got a man that he's got to get by. He does on another cut inside, and then the second help was a great effort there by Guzman, and he forces the ball out of bounds. It went off a Rocky player, and then Northwood throw-in.
You know, Tony, I'd like to see Plymouth play a little more defensive, like they, have a lead like they do and are trying to protect it. Our outside wingbacks keep pushing up the field, and that's when they've got those chances right down the middle that, luckily Truitt's been there saving them, but they've had 2 or 3 where, a misstep or a missed kick, and we're in trouble.
Here's a header headed toward the net that just rolls wide as Rosas was taking on 2 Northwood defenders there, and it just caromed wide of the post. So this will be a goal kick here for Northwood. Some substitutions here as Bontrager checks out for Northwood, and in for him will be Aiden Greenlee. And back into the game for Plymouth will be Alex Jamies. And it looks like Morwood's getting his first opportunity tonight. Isaac. He's a forward. Northwood with possession. Northwood tight ropes the near side, and a little poke by Rosas, intercepted by the Panthers, and Guillen will send it off the far wing side, and a little touch toward the middle, broken up by the Rockies. And Matuti steps up. Sends it to the right wing side. Here's Ravelo sending it in for his man on the right wing side, and on the rush there was Marco Diaz. And that one goes out of bounds. That was last touched by the Panthers, and I think a corner kick's coming up here for the home team. Boy, it's been nice to see Diaz run up the field because he wasn't sure he was going to play tonight due to his groin injury, and he's walking along the sideline, not exactly at 100%, but this kid has played tremendous. Here's the corner kick toward the top of the box, and the header cleared out. Winds up at the top, and a left footer gets deflected through some legs. Right back to, again, the left footer, Jamies, and it's cleared away by the Panthers. Here's DeFreitas chipping it to Newcomer up the right sideline. Great job of Mendoza getting back defensively and clearing it out of bounds. Forces a Northwood throw-in. DeFreitas will do the honors here. He's the strongest of the throw-ins for Northwood. This one's going to go all the way to the top of the box, headed out by Truitt. Rosas cuts off that pass, and then it's going to be worked by him to the circle. There's a whiff by Schrock, but recovered by New Prairie, or should say Northwood. The ball loose to the far wing side, and Pacheco accidentally got stepped on by his own man, Relilo. And that was just no communication there. And Pacheco had easy access here to get the ball, and now Pacheco is down, and he's calling for a substitution here. So another Rocky injury, and we'll come back and find out more, try to, and we'll do so after this 1-minute timeout.
We carry a wide variety of carpet, ceramic tile, hardwood flooring, vinyl, area rugs, and laminate. We even offer styles in wood.
Now that is a healthy dinner right there.
Stone, and tile. you come to us. The floor store and more, conveniently located in Plymouth.
Spruce up your home's interior.
See, here's the difference between me and a healthy guy. I'd have half the jar with 3 sandwiches. He just takes 1 spoonful and he's done. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Heck, if I want to get healthy, I'll even include an apple slice with that.
That was the best time to start on your next project, and A&M Home Services is here to help.
A&M is Michiana's most convenient flooring contractor. Call A&M now for a free estimate.
It's a full night, or full moon night here at the Kent Soccerplex, and a gorgeous night at that. Turning chilly, but Pacheco is limping on the outside of the soccer field, trying to walk it off, and we're going to have ourselves a new goalkeeper. That kid looks familiar. I wonder who he is.
I think it might be Hunt going into the goal again.
Is that who that is? I can't tell. It's a good thing he looks like Mom. So Ethan Hunt's going to be the new keeper for the Rockies, as Pacheco is going to have to come out. Ethan's numbers, this young man's played in 12 games so far. Here's a lead to the top of the box. It gets cleared out, but then a right footer goes toward the net. Oh, the Freitas was cutting through, untouched, and missed an open net deflection. There was so much traffic, and I don't think Ethan saw him coming through, but boy, what a break for the Rockies, as that was a whiff and a miss by the Freitas. Ethan has faced 21 shots on goal this season. He has 6 goals against and made 27 saves this year. So that's a save percentage of 84. And now a whistle sounds and a foul called on Plymouth. So it's okay, Dad. It's all right.
Well, you'd think, hey, defense, clear the ball. Let's get this guy a couple seconds to warm up since he's been sitting on the bench the entire second half. But it's trial by fire, corner, and now a free kick from about 30 yards out, and we'll see if he's ready.
So this is a huge opportunity here for Northwood. They are 25 yards away. They're looking at a 4-man wall. There's a chip shot toward the net. Ethan will gobble it up. So Hunt makes the stop, and we're down to 11 and a half minutes left to go. 3-2. Rockies maintaining their lead after scoring the first 3 goals. Northwood has scored the last 2 and has had fairly a good amount of time in Rocky real estate in the second half, and there's a lead to the near side. It ends up going out of bounds. And again, I don't know. Maybe I need to retract that because it seems it's been back and forth, quite frankly. But one thing is for sure, we've seen some good scoring, and we've seen some fantastic players playing hard here tonight. Morwood tries to head one toward the keeper, and Graber is going to come out and grab it for Northwood. Under 11 minutes left. Graber finds Guillen at the circle at midfield. Oh, Baca took it away from him, but then we have a whistle, and a foul is going to get called on Baca from behind. So the free kick here for the Panthers. And it'll be Lichtleckner to send it upfield. Lichtleckner finally likes the location to place the ball, as the official pays no attention. He could have moved that ball another 10 yards and the official would have never seen it because has his back to the play. Here's the Freitas. Pocket picked. And Rocky send it up the right sideline, but recovered by Guillen. Worked back to Lichtleckner at the circle. Sends one right toward Ethan Hunt, and he moves off to his right away from the net and will grab it on one knee. And the Plymouth keeper will just walk the ball up, killing some valuable time in the process, and boot it out to midfield. The ball headed down, though, by Schrock, taken away by Plymouth. This is going to be Aguiar. He's going to chip one to the right side, but he's going to miss his mark, and that one is going to be headed out of harm's way momentarily by Beebe. But then he gave it away, and it's going to be Baca giving it over to Diaz. Here comes a long lobber toward Graber, and he's going to have the easy catch. So the Northwood keeper will jog out to the top of the box as we're now under 9.5 minutes left. 3-2. Plymouth with the lead. High rising kick comes to the circle as the battle for it was with Jamies and Greenlee. And now it's going to be the Rockies on the move. Nice little pass to himself by Jamies, but then he loses the foot race to it, and a foul call on Jamies. Down to 9 minutes left to go here in the game. Here's a long lead, trying to find Newcomer racing for Northwood. But Mendoza cut him off. Newcomer just out physicaled him back, centered it into the box. No one there for the white jerseys, and that allows Plymouth to clear it out. Rosas turns, ran into traffic. Trailing the play, though, was Jamies, and he coughed it up again. And finally, Northwood sends it back into the Plymouth box, and it'll be scooped up and grabbed once again by Hunt, who just kills time. Smart play with 8.5 left to go. Ethan will boot it out to midfield. Ball knocked down by Isaac Morwood of Plymouth. He battles hard with Eshelman, and the whistle sounds there. There's a foul on Plymouth again right at the circle.
And, Tony, I noticed that Plymouth hasn't been winning any kind of ball in the midfield there, and I think Coach probably has some subs coming in to help with that. But we keep giving the ball away right in the middle of the field, and they keep coming right back at us.
So, from the circle, there's the boot. Winds up at the top of the Plymouth box, stepping up to clear it out. That'll be Baca. Morwood steps in the passing lane to get it back for Plymouth, but then he gave it away, only to have the Rockies return with the ball as Relilo tried to lead it over to the right side, and Contreras couldn't grab it. Now it's DeFreitas the other way. Turns it again, back to DeFreitas. The give and go didn't click. And so back come the Rockies on the offense. Right at midfield, Relilo sends an errant pass that's picked off by Newcomer. Drops it over to Greenlee, who takes the ball wide near side. Sends it back toward the circle at midfield. And Eshelman tries to get it back to the near wing. DeFreitas gets knocked down by a Rocky player. No foul called until now. And so a free kick once again for Northwood. And this is going to be about almost 30 yards out. And this is directly in the middle. So Ethan Hunt is going to have to be exceptionally keen on where everybody's at, because they are loading up on the left side of the ball here. It's a four-man wall otherwise. There's a chip toward the net. Headed out of the way by Moody. Good play. And furthered along by Mendoza, and it's going to go out of bounds. A throw-in will be right below us. So that was handled well by the Plymouth defense. But now the throw-in for Northwood, and the whistle sounds, and I missed what happened there.
Late substitution there. He finally saw it right as the guy was throwing the ball in, and decided to let him sub, which is the right call.
Notice I've been doing very well and not saying anything about tonight's officiating, for the record. Here comes the throw-in for Northwood as Lichtleitner will send it to the middle. Eshelman coughed it up, though, with a bad pass. Oh, but the Rockies do the same as Guillen gets the steal, and then he had his pocket pick, but Eshelman gets it back as both teams just kind of ping-ponging around with the possession. Now Cardonia's got it, brings it up the left wing side. Took it wide, hits the middle of Rosas. Oop, the ball just went too far off of him, and it's cleared up field. This goes off of Panther, and it'll be a throw-in for the Rockies. Down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. Here's a header that ends up going off of Escamilla, and so the Rockies will get a throw-in again. Cardonia for Rosas. Heads it toward the box, and that'll be turned away from harm's way and cleared out of bounds by Lichtleitner. Throw-in for Plymouth along the left side. Cardonia will do the honors. Welcome all those who've been watching tonight on PHS Big Red YouTube channel. Here's a lead pass into the middle, and Contreras tried to feed it off to the right to Baca, picked off, and now Guillen's off to the races. And a great sliding tackle by Aguiar stopped it. Beautiful play by Junior Aguiar. That was textbook tackling right there. And now it's Diaz trying to creep up. Slowed down, led further, and then had the ball stripped away. And Napanee, or I should say Northwood, will wind up with it. They're from Napanee, so there you go. Here's the Rockies on a steal. Baca gets a right-footed shot. That got headed away out of bounds by Lichtleitner.
You know, and Tony, in the professional game, they say that, you know, every time the ball goes out of bounds, every time there's a foul in the last 5 minutes, that it takes 20, 25 seconds to put that ball back in play. So
sure it does.
You know, this is a good thing for the Rockies right now.
So the Rockies will get a corner kick here from the far side. This could be even better. if the Rockies can execute it. Diaz cranks it up toward the top. The header deflects to Rosas, who chested it down and has to bring it outside the box. Rosas still fires one on, and that's a nice save by Graber to his right. Well, Rosas did a great job staying patient with that ball. Graber clears it out to midfield, and it carries all the way back to the Rocky real estate where Diaz will let Truitt take it. Truitt up the right side, and turning is Contreras, who's got a goal tonight for the Rockies, and he lost it out of bounds. Northwood quickly throws it in. Greenlee lost it, and Baca kind of tugged from behind, no call, and now the clear up the field by Diaz, forcing Northwood to try to settle things down, killing more seconds off the clock. And on the Bellman Oil Company scoreboard, it is 3-2 Rockies with 3:15 left in the game. Rockies on the steal. Rosas chips it toward the middle, and that got broken up by Northwood. And now Guillen winds up with it with some open space right side. He's got to get by Aguiar. Fed one to the middle, and Baca steps up with the steal. Baca wants to turn, feeds it off to the right side to Diaz again. Enough space for the Rockies to kill some viable seconds. And here's a whiff by a Northwood defender, and Contreras couldn't come up with a steal near the box. The ball ends up getting cleared by Schwank, and now it's going to be deflected loose, or Schrock rather, and now it's going to be handled off to the right side by the Rockies again. Diaz ran off the ball, and now a leg tackle that goes out of bounds. Brilliant play by Diaz again. We've made some really good slide tackles tonight. We're down to 2:25. It's nail-biting time, and a throw in here for the Panthers. Rockies holding on to their 3-2 lead. If they hold on to this lead, they win the NLC outright. Here's the throw-in. It's going to be popped up by Cardona, and it goes over to the far side. Good keep by Diaz, and he'll clear back out to midfield. Napanee, or Northwood, I don't know why I'm calling him Napanee all of a sudden. There's a lead up the right side by Truitt, and that ball gets popped up in the air. You know, this getting old crap is for the birds, by the way. At midfield, Cardona tries to settle for Rosas. Deflected, and a lead for Rosas again is going to be cleared out of bounds. Good work there by Rocky Alex James, the young sophomore. Almost threaded the needle. Minute and a half left. Rockies throw it in. Rosas set himself free momentarily until he got taken down at the top of the box, and the foul will be on the Northwood Panthers once again. So a free kick coming up here for the Rockies near the top of the box. I've seen a lot worse fouls than that. But the Rockies are going to catch a break here. This is a huge opportunity. In the meantime, the clock continues to dwindle down to 1 minute. Yeah, take your time, boys. It'll be Aguiar to try to place it. The three-man wall in front. There's the shot, and he just missed the near post as it rolls out of bounds. That took about 10 seconds off the clock, and now it's down to 42 seconds left to go in the game. Here's the approach and the boot, and Graber shoots to the near side, kept in bounds, and then stolen by Rosas of the Rockies, but then his pass intercepted, and this goes out of bounds, and a throw-in for the Rockies. Down to 27 seconds left. Nope, they're going to give Northwood the throw-in here. Here's the throw-in, and it's going to be behind Bontrager, and then the Rockies cleared out of bounds again with 13 seconds left. Northwood throws it into the Rocky box. Truitt knocks it down, and then he's going to ship it into the parking lot. And that is going to do it. The Rockies will win the ball game. And they are the 2020 NLC champions. They are celebrating at midfield circle. Look at him go to Coach Masson there. Well, this is a close unit.
2020.
And they find themselves champions of the NLC this year. And what a unique win experience it is for this Rocky team. So the final score, Rockies 3, Northwood 2, the NLC champions for 2020, your Plymouth Rockies. When we come back, it's our Bourbon Street Pizza postgame show after this timeout.
Congratulations, Rocky.
I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
This message brought to you by Burt's Body Shop in Plymouth. We deal with these accidents every day, so for your safety, please don't text and drive.
Whether you're a local farmer or a captain of industry, an integral part of the success of your business is having quality fuels and lubes. With great products, competitive pricing, and outstanding customer service, Bellman Oil is the company